Hello, this is Richard with Rich Made Knives, and I have another knife modification video for you. Today we are taking a look at a Ferrum Forge Ferrox model, and this is what I'm showing you now is a picture of what the knife looked like before I started. As you can see here, it has, so I'll talk a little bit about what was done. So this knife was modified before I received it. These three holes here in the presentation side, that's not stock. I think that was done aftermarket by another modifier. So these three holes were milled into the presentation side. The flipper tab was shortened. If you know Ferrums, they have a very large flipper tab, and a previous owner shortened that down, did a really nice job on it, put these three presentation side holes in here. And it has a dark gray finish, a dark stonewash blade. So this is the presentation side. I'll show you what the back side looked like. This is what the back side looked like. As you can see, it had quite a few wear marks. I bought it as a user. I like to look for knives that are in this kind of condition because I think they're prime candidates for cleaning up and modifying in my shop. So this is what the back side looked like, just all gray, dark gray finish, kind of like a bead blasted style finish. And then, as I said, it had quite a bit of carry marks and so forth. So this is what the knife started out life looking like when I got it about a week ago. So now I want to show you what it looks like after I'm finished. So here's the knife now from my shop. Worked on this yesterday. So what we have here is a two-tone finish, blue and bronze, maybe closer to a dark copper finish. So the edges are blue. I left this recessed area here on the handle blue. And then, of course, the presentation holes inside the presentation holes are blue. And then the Ferrum Forge logo is blue. And then kind of the same idea on the back side here. We have bronze copper on the upper area, and then the blue on the flat, and then a blue stonewash pocket clip. And then I also re-etched the blade, made it a little bit darker than what it was. You can see there. I didn't put a picture on here of the blade, but the blade was more. It was dark, but it was more of a matte finish, dark. So what I did is I re-etched the blade black, and then I stonewashed it. Gave it an aggressive stonewash. And then I put a new edge on it. You can see there. Pretty much a mirror polish edge. Super, super wicked sharp now. And yeah, did a blue and bronze ano. As you probably know, especially with this bronze copper color, when you add finger oil, you get some hue. It darkens up and changes color a little bit from the finger oil, but I think that gives it some character. So yep, all the edges are blue, kind of like a matte a satin finish on the edges. This model has the Hoback rolling detent, which is really nice. One of the things to note that I did on the blade is, as I said, it started out a dark gray finish. I actually brought this back to natural silver. So I put this on my buffing wheel and I buffed the blade down to silver again before I etched it. So I actually started off, I didn't etch on top of this original finish. I started all over again. I completely brought the blade all the way back down to its natural silver steel finish. And then this is a whole new etch job here. And that allowed me to also polish up the pivot area here so that I would get a little bit nicer flipping action than what it was when I got it. So I used fingernail polish and I protected this whole pivot area inside of here, and So now it flips really, really nice. I'll give you a shot here of the flipping action. And it closes up really nice. So yeah, it's my first Ferrum forge. I've been on the lookout for one for a while. I'll always like to come across users that are being sold at a really good deal, because I think they're great candidates for working on in my shop and kind of giving it my own spin on the finish that I like. And anytime I can pick up a model that has some recessed areas like these holes and the really nice engraving here with the Ferrum forge. So this logo is actually an F here, an F here, and then KW. So it stands for Ferrum Forge Knife Works. Just kind of showing you the finish there on the blade. Came out nice. Anno came out real nice. I did a brushed satin finish on this on the raised area here. I toyed with the idea of throwing it in the tumbler and giving it a real aggressive look, but decided to go with the satin finish. I think it came out nice. It looks nice. You know, it does when you go with a brushed or satin finish like this. The disadvantage, the nice part is it gives, you know, it looks a little shiny and flashy. The disadvantage is that it shows fingerprints, and the color change is more pronounced when you rub your fingers on it. So you got to be okay with that when you go with this kind of finish. But I don't mind it. Center up on this knife is really nice, as you can see. Flip the guy who did the chop job on the flipper tab did a really great job. It came out nice. It looks pretty much factory, even though it's not. There's still plenty of flipper tab. It's pretty much a light switch flipper. You don't need any preload, so you don't have to push. Of course, if you do, it fires even faster, but it's riding on caged bearings, very small cage bearings, one on each side, which are my favorite. They're nice to work with. I did on the pocket clip. I didn't do a whole lot to the clip. I kind of left that bead blasted look on there, if you can see it. I just went ahead and I touched it up a little bit to get rid of the scratches, and then I anodized it blue. And the reason I didn't satin up the pocket clip is when you carry it, if it's satin, it'll scratch really, really easy. So I went ahead and left the that bead blast finish on there. I just went ahead and did a blue anno on it to have it match the two-tone color scheme. So yep, that is a Ferrum Forge Ferrox. I think it's a 2014 model that the Ferrox guys did. It's a really nice knife. I think that the mods that have been done to this along the way came out really nice. The holes look really cool. When you close it up, you get the black through the holes, which I think looks really neat. You see the stonewash blade finish there through the holes, which is really cool. And this is always one of my favorite two-tone finishes. You'll notice, if you watch my other videos, you'll see I've done this two-tone blue copper on a couple of other knives that I've since sold. I'm not planning on selling this one. I actually want to get some more Ferrum Forge knives, so I'm on the lookout for a couple. I'd like to get their Gavco collaboration, so that's on my wish list. Given that I got this one at a really sweet deal because it was in user condition, was really happy with that. It's one of the few knives that you'll find from the Ferrum Forge that has their logo so prominently displayed on the handle, which I really like. Think that it looks really neat, especially when you offset it with an anno color like that, and it makes it pop. So yeah, Ferrum Forge Ferrox, customized from the workshop. and think it came out really nice. If you are interested in having one of your knives modified like this, customized, cleaned up, if you've got a user like this one was and you just want to bring it back to a fresh look, certainly reach out to me. My books are open and I am happy to help. You can send me a message through YouTube, or you can email me at richard@richmadeknives.com. Thank you.